Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. Today I am back in Tennessee from the big amazing button hunt, and I've spent almost the entire day sorting and going through buttons, and I wanted to share with you guys a glimpse at some of the buttons, well, all of the buttons that I brought home with me. And we're not going to individually look at each button. There's just way too many of them. I brought home 773 buttons and like 100 and something suspender buckles. So we're not going to look at them each individually. I just wanted to give you an overview of what was there, what was coming out of the ground. And in the future, we'll look a little bit closer at some of these buttons. I'm sure I'll do some dig log style videos about some of the in particular buttons and maybe their history. And I'll probably do some button cleaning videos. Maybe I'll try every single button cleaning method there is, because I've got a lot of buttons to experiment with. So we might do that. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I also wanted to say a big thank you to Bob and my dad. None of this would be possible without them. They took me on this amazing hunt to the button mine, and just, yeah, it was possibly the most amazing hunt of my life. I've never seen such a volume of history come out of the ground. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll have a look at some of these buttons, and hope you enjoy it. So I'm not able to get all of these buttons in frame without holding my camera pretty high up in the air with the tripod here. So we're not going to be able to look at them all at once for the whole video, but I do want to take a look at some of these buttons. Now I'm going to come back and probably do some sort of dig log and detail some groups of these buttons in particular at some point in the future. But for now, let's just have a quick look, and I'll give you an idea of the types of buttons that are here. Really some amazing buttons. So over here, these are all just kind of different two-piece buttons that I saw and picked out of the pile there. Down here on the bottom left, we have New York State Seal buttons and New York City buttons, just all buttons from New York there. Here we have police buttons. Fire department buttons. These here are all post office buttons. Some of them are really neat and still have fabric on the back of them. These are musician and band buttons from different bands that toured around the country. There's a couple really neat ones in there I'll feature down the road. These are letter buttons, state seal buttons across the bottom here. Next to the state seal buttons are Marine Corps buttons. Here we have railroad and elevated railway buttons, also motor car buttons, those types of things. At the top here we have black glass buttons, which I really like, and there's a few rings here, 2 rings. And here in the middle we have eagle buttons and staff officer buttons. So there's a lot of those. A couple of those are embedded in these chunks of buttony stuff. Here's I guess that's a New York button, also embedded in a big chunk of cloth and buckles. And here's a Civil War eagle button. Well, that might be just post Civil War, but it's embedded in a chunk of cloth and stuff there. Over here we have Navy buttons coming up the side. These are Great Seal buttons from World War I, World War II era. Across the top here are some beautiful intricate one-piece buttons, which I really like a lot of those. On this other side we have two-piece plain military buttons, underwear buttons, things of that nature. And across the bottom here are some neat kind of unknown buttons I need to check out. In through here are some very crusty buttons I want to do electrolysis to. And across the top here are some more two-piece intricate buttons. Then there's 125 or more suspender buckles and buckles in here. Found the one key. It's kind of like that. I don't know what it's to. Maybe a gas fitting or an old gas lamp, something like that. And in the bottom right corner are some of my favorite ones out of here. There's a couple Boys Brigade buttons. There's a one-piece Eagle artillery button, which I really like. This button appears to be a blowhole button. If you look in the back, there's these little holes. I believe this might have been a blown button. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask some people about that one. And there's this little button with a steam-powered cars on them. There's 2 of those. A couple I'm not sure about. This one has sabers and flags on it. And 4 little pendants. So there's a lot of stuff here. As you can see, it was an amazing hunt. And like I said, we'll go back through. I'm going to do some videos on cleaning buttons, try maybe a bunch of different techniques, and I'll do some videos highlighting some of these buttons. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure and that you enjoyed this look at the buttons that came from the button mine. It's really an amazing place. I was just speechless most of the time there. So glad that you came along. It was a long trip, and we'll see you on the next one.